can you hit me? These girls were baddies. I almost crashed out. I was honestly that angry, I told him to piss off. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Man Like Tats and I am back again with another video. Guys, as you can tell by the title, this has been a very much anticipated video. This has been a video that's been wanted, that's been needed, that's been asked by you guys 100 times it feels like. 100 times it feels like, and I've been teasing it for a long time. But this is the story time of how I got punched in Zimbabwe. Now I know a lot of you may be thinking, Tats, how could that happen? Tats, where were your friends? Tats, how could anyone let that happen to you? Before we get started, I just want to say thank you guys for all the love and support you've been showing on all the other videos. Honestly, it makes me so happy that you guys are enjoying the videos and that you guys are loving the content that I'm bringing out. I've been bringing out vlogs. I've been bringing out vlogs. So a little bit of backstory, right? Before I get into the story time, you guys have to know a few things, right? A few things. For one, I came to Zimbabwe as a famous person, right? You guys know I spoke about it before in this video. I came to Zim as a famous person. Everybody knew who I was back in Zimbabwe. I'm not gonna lie. Second thing, number two, that I have to point out in this, some of my friends from the UK and Australia had come to Zimbabwe as well, a little bit after me, but they were there with me as well. So I think those are the two things that you should know. Oh yeah, and I had my uncle. And yeah, I was going out pretty much every single week in Zim. So those are the things that I think you guys should know.
If you guys do notice, the background is a little bit different. I am in my brother's room. Currently my auntie is here from Zimbabwe, so she's taking my room and I'm leaving her to that space. I don't want to invade her privacy, so I'm here in my brother's room.
So boom, basically I had been going out a lot of times in Zim. Like I think me and my uncle were going out almost like every single weekend. He was showing me all the clubs and all the bars that were there around. I think honestly I wouldn't be surprised if I touched almost every single club that was like in kind of like the mid to richer places of Zimbabwe. Like I touched every single one of those bars. Pause, that sounds crazy. The ghetto bars where people were playing snooker, people would just drink. Like I went to every single bar, I'm not gonna lie. And I went to every single bar and had no issues with anyone. I had no issues with anyone. Like I said, everyone loved me. Everyone was like, people were buying me drinks. People were talking to me. People felt comfortable with me. So this particular night, if I'm being honest, was very out of the blue. I didn't expect it at all. And it shocked me. I'm not gonna lie, it shocked me because I had come from going to every single bar with no troubles and no issues, going with my uncle, and we had no issues while going together. Like there was no single issues up until this night. So boom, we're chilling. Remember how I told you guys that some of my friends from Australia and the UK had come to Zimbabwe? So they came. And I know me and my uncle were chilling. We're actually Kumusha. Kumusha basically is like where my parents grew up. So, and where I was born in Kadoma, right, which is like an hour and a half away from the city center Harare. We were chilling in Kadoma, Kumusha Kwangu, my town, and some of the boys hit me up saying that they were now in Zimbabwe. Keep in mind, they had told me prior, like 3-4 months prior, that they were coming. So yeah, then I told my uncle, hey look, like some of my boys are from Australia. I think, you know, we would have fun with them. And I think they want to meet you as well. And he was like, oh yeah, cool. Because like my uncle's like 27. So we're around the same type of age. So we can relate on all the things. And he was out for going out too. He's he's a party goer. He's a party doer. He loves to party, right? So he had no issues with it. The only thing was getting it through my mum and dad. You know what I'm saying? My mum and dad are very protective. But they trusted me with my uncle, and which was cool, and they had no issues with that. I think they were kind of used to it because I'd been moving around anyways and them doing like brand deals and things like that. So it wasn't really difficult to kind of persuade them to let me go back to Harare. So boom, we go back to the city and I have to book an Airbnb. The Airbnbs weren't too bad. I think they were like $200 for an Airbnb for like 3 nights. $200, which I had paid on my my card from Australia. No biggie. There was international fees of like $15 every time I used my card, which was absolutely ridiculous. Like honestly, I think overall in like card charges, I think I would have spent maybe like $500 on just credit card fees. Deadass. Like even taking money out, it was like a $15-20 fee to take money out of the bank in Zim. But anyways, look, it's about an hour and a half, like I said, to go back to the Airbnb. I'm okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person to carry everything with me when I'm traveling. I carry everything. I don't want to leave a single thing because I don't want to carry outfits and then think to myself, I'm not really feeling this tonight. So I carry everything, and that's what I was carrying, my whole suitcase, my whole 30-kilogram suitcase everywhere. And if you guys know the combis in Zimbabwe, it can be dodgy. Or even the buses. You don't know, someone might even take your bag out of that bus because you can't see, right? And, you know, when they're getting off, they might take your bag, you don't know. So I was kind of panicking, but everything was all good, everything was chill. It was just that I was carrying a 30-kilogram bag everywhere. But we get to our Airbnb, and it was a 1-bedroom place, which became an issue. Because it became an issue. So we get there and we're just chilling, we're just pre-drinking with my uncle. Me and my uncle and the boys hit me up saying, hey, look, we want to go to this place called... Oh, do I say the place? Guys, do I say the place? Okay, I don't want to say the place. I don't want to say the place. But I'm going to give you guys a hint. For those that know, it's in Chipicity. Yeah, it's there. It's the club there. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So they're like, we want to go there. But first we want to go to Jamtree. Because Jamtree was kind of like the spot. It closed at 12. It was a spot that everyone went to. Literally, it was packed every single Saturday, Friday, and Sunday. It was packed during December. It was packed. We're praying, we book an Uber. InDrive, Uber, Bolt, whatever it's called. Same thing. Which was like Ooh. From where we were staying. How much was it? It was like $8. It was like $8 to go from where we were staying to Jamtree. $8, which is really cheap. In Australia, it would have been like $30, $40. But, so we book an Uber, we're praying in the Uber, We get to Jamtree and I hit one of my boys up saying, hey, look, I'm in Jamtree, can one of you come get me? Because it gets crazy. Like I said to you guys, I came to Zimbabwe as a famous person. Just going to any club, any venue like that, I knew that people were going to stop me, ask for pictures, all of that. People were going to drag me, pull me. I needed one of the boys to come and get me. My uncle was cool, but I think my uncle was over it, the whole picture. My uncle was definitely over it because he had to deal with it from the day that I landed to the day that I left. So I text one of the boys and they come out and they come kind of escort me to the table that they were at. People didn't shy away from saying, can I have a picture, can I have a picture? But these guys did not allow those pictures to happen. They were telling people it's $1 for a picture. $1 for a picture to everyone, everyone, $1 for a picture. Anyways, we get to the table and I see all the boys, everyone's there, everyone's there. You know, it was just a normal night. Zimbabwe is just crazy when it comes to nightlife. Africa in general is crazy when it comes to nightlife. We have like Hennessy bottles on the table, tequila bottles on the table, vodka bottles on the table. Keep in mind, I hadn't been drinking because I was feeling a little bit sick from the night before. I don't know, I think I had a bug or something. I don't know, something was killing me. And I mean, alcohol fixes everything and alcohol did fix it, but I was just dead. So upon arrival, they could see that I was sober and they just kept giving me shots like mixing Hennessy and a vodka with lemonade, just all this nonsense. And I'm just down, I'm boom, boom, just down it. Dancing, standing on the sofas. We did get in trouble a little bit for standing on the sofas. But at each table, each of those VIP tables at Jamtree, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know there's like 4 of them. You get a security guard for each of those ones. And like I paid one of them like $20. Which is, you know, quite a lot, and he just took care of me the whole night. Like if I went to the toilet, he would follow me to the toilet. You know, he would just stand by the table all the time. Like it was just it's standard in Zim, you know. So boom, we're chilling, we're having fun, but we can tell it's getting to 12. You know, traffic is quite a lot during that time, like 12 because it ends at 12, right? And Jamtree is not a massive place, especially the road that you get into Jamtree in. It's like a one-way road both ways, right? So it gets quite congested and it could take a while for you to get out of that place. So we decided to leave at like 11:45, pack it up. We invited all the girls to come to the place in Chipicity. I can't even say it to this day. Anyways, we invited all the girls to come there. They come. Two of them drove. I think one of them honestly was driving a Range Rover. The other one was driving I think a Merc, and then the other boys took an InDrive Uber. InDrive is Uber for those that don't know. But the place wasn't too far. It was like 10-15 minutes away from Jamtree anyway, so it wasn't really expensive. Maybe like $2 for those that caught the InDrive. The rest of us were in a Range Rover. I was in a Range Rover. I think I went in a Range Rover Sport, is it Range Rover SRT? No, it's Range Rover Sport 2025. So I was in them like 3 or 4 times. But the cars you see there, like just Mercs, BMWs, Range Rovers, like Jeep, just like all the upper end cars that you can think of, you find them in Zimbabwe, right around those areas. And you know what's crazy? People try to get me out of the Range Rover. There's a tats. You're not going in the Range Rover. You already experienced too much. You're not going in the Range Rover. I said, I'm going in the Range Rover. I'm going in the Range Rover. What? We get to the place in Chip City. Actually, I'm not gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it we get to Battery. So we get to Battery, right? And also, guys, while I was there at Jamtree, one of my boys from the UK, how I told you guys I had some friends from the UK and some friends from Australia come over. One of my boys from the UK who was also at Jamtree, but it was with these other people. So we didn't really link up like that until the end. But anyways, he was there, he hits me on like, Tess, I'm at Jamtree, where you at? So I go and find him, he was at one of the other bars. He's a bit shorter than me, so finding him was difficult. So if you're watching this video, yeah, nigga, you're short as hell. So we're at Battery now, and so for some reason, getting in was such a hassle. Like, getting in was so dragged. Luckily, like, one of the people in the line who goes to the club quite frequently, the bouncers know him, and he knew me. So he was like, yeah, get these boys in. I think it was like someone had like a vest sleeve, someone had jorts on, someone had like baggy pants. Like, they didn't let us in for, they didn't want to let us in for those reasons. Quite dumb, to be honest. I think they were just dragging it, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, anyways, we get let in, and it is packed to the brim. From inch to inch of the wall, there's people. It's packed, guys. It's nothing like you could think of. It's like Mashwede. If you guys know Mashwede is this club near, oh, not near the city, but it's the other side of the city. That club, to be fair, there's a lot of thieves, but it's packed. Anyways, this club is not full of thieves. This club is, yeah, it's quite up there. But there was actually no booths left available. There was a booth that people weren't actually in yet at the moment. It was reserved, but we basically told the guy like, hey, look, you know, we're here to spend money. We're going to spend money. There was actually another club called Pablo's where we had to get, like, to get into the VVIP section, you had to spend a minimum of like $800. If you guys know the VVIP section, you guys know we had to spend a minimum of $800 US, which is like 1.3 thousand Australian dollars, just to get in that room. So we had money to spend. There was money to spend. Anyways, they end up clearing the booth for us also because, you know, it was like, Tats is here, I'm gonna clear the booth for you guys. So we get the booth and we're super grateful. We buy like 2 Don Julio bottles from the rip, and we're just drinking, we're vibing. Some of the other boys hadn't got there yet. We were thinking about waiting until we bought drinks, but I really thought that was dumb. I thought, you know, we should just have drinks there already and they can get the next bottles or whatever, because that was a concern for a few people that they weren't going to end up buying bottles. But it was by force that everyone had to buy a bottle because those bottles were ridiculous. Can you imagine paying 130 USD for a Don Julio bottle when here it's like 100 Australian dollars? So like 130 USD is like 190, 200, 210 Australian dollars. Overpriced as hell. And even the chasers, like the juice boxes, are like 7 USD, like 14, like almost damn near $12 Australian dollars, right? So it was very overpriced in my opinion. For context, so our booth was here, right? There was a booth with some girls. This is very important, so remember this. Our booth is here. There's a group of girls who have a booth over there. They'll fine as hell, I'm not gonna lie, they'll fine. So our booth is here, there's a group of girls that have a booth over there, and behind their booth is a bunch of older guys, right? So what I noticed in them is that, you know, sometimes the girls are a bit younger, maybe like 20, 25, whatever it is. They will have their guys with them at the club, but they won't be exactly with them, but they'll be there monitoring what's going on, because the older guys want to chill with the older guys, but the girls want to chill with their girls, right? But still get bottles bought for them from the other guys. If you guys can catch the gist that I'm talking about here. So the girls are alone, but they have someone watching over them, if you get what I'm saying. That plays a major role. So we're chilling, we're vibing, you know, I'm with the boys from Australia, with my uncle, with the guys from the UK, with some girls, you know, we're chilling, having fun, we're dancing, you know. To be honest, I think during that night, I might have spent like $600 Australian dollars during that one night itself. We were having fun. And the venue's massive, right? So we would walk over there, then we'd walk over there. I did actually lose my wallet as well, which I was going to make a story time, but I lost my wallet during that day as well, and I was fuming. Like, after I found my wallet, right, the UK guys come. So now they're here. 20 minutes in, one of them is already shooting. One of them is already shooting. This is why I hate niggas, man. One of them is already shooting. One of them sees the group of girls that is just right next to us, right? Like I talked to you guys about before. He sees the girls and he says, I want to talk to one of them. So he goes and talks to one of them. Not for long, he kind of just goes, introduces himself and says what's up to the group of girls. So it doesn't look like he's just, you know, he plays it smart, to be fair. He just says, introduces himself saying what's up, and he offers them, if they want any drinks, just come by a table. I think only one of them came, the one that he actually started to pursue, came to the table and grabbed the drink and then went back. But in the corner of my eye, behind them, I could see some of the older guys like staring at our table, you know, staring at the girl that had just come and staring at my friend that had just gone and got that girl to get a drink. So I'm not paying it any mind really. I'm just kind of chilling and doing my own thing because it's whatever, you know. I was having my own fun, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really paying attention to it. I'm just chilling, doing my own thing. And I also didn't want to do too much because of, you know, I'm a public figure. I didn't want to do too much. People can easily record, and some people did actually record a few things that I did, which I didn't like. But also that I wanted to be kind of cautious and play it kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward a little bit, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, my friend goes back to the group of girls and to that particular girl. And now it's more than just standing in front of the booth and saying, hey, any of you want a drink? Now he's going straight direct to that girl and he's like chatting to her. You know, keep in mind, I'm watching all of this happen through my booth, which is just over here, and the girl's just over there, which is where he was talking to her. And I'm just, you know, corner of my eye, because I also, keep in mind, I can also see, and I noticed before that the older guys were staring. So I just wanted to confirm whether what I was seeing was real. So I'm just chilling, dancing, you know, dancing alone. Kind of noticed that some of the older guys are looking at him. And, you know, stop dancing. And I go to the booth and I say to my mate, like, hey, like, let's get a drink. Because I was trying to diffuse the situation as much as I could. And he's trying to fight me. And I can't say it right there in front of those girls. But I'm just like, hey, I got something for you. You got another drink. I've got another drink. And he ends up coming and we go back to drinking. And we're just still vibing and stuff. And I tell him, look, like, behind you, there's some guys looking at the girl that you're talking to. Like, just be calm, be careful. Because I actually had another situation where I was talking to a girl, but I didn't know that she had a guy. Luckily, that guy knew me and was like, you know, he was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, this is my girl. Don't talk to my girl, type of thing. And I was like, cool. Yeah, I'm not from here. I'm not trying to do all that. So I'm telling him that, and he's drunk and he's not paying attention to what I'm saying. And he's like, oh, yeah, bro, it's all good, man. I'll leave it alone. I knew he wasn't going to leave it alone. But he goes back after 5 minutes of me telling him that. I think he went to the toilet quickly, and then niggas are smart. Nigga went to the toilet, said I need to go to the toilet, and I saw him go to the toilet, and then he comes back, but goes straight to the girls. I see it, right? 10 minutes, they're talking, they're speaking. I see it. I'm like, oh, this nigga's dumb as hell, bro. Oh my god, this nigga is dumb. You know, and I have to tell the other boys that, look, like, this nigga has just gone and is talking to this girl. As you can see, there's the older guys looking at him like they want to absolutely rip his head off. We have to be cautious right now. Anyways, 15-20 minutes goes by. They're still talking. Now they're close. When I tell you these people, my friend and this girl they're face to face like this. This is how close they are speaking, right? And I just knew that those guys behind the girls are now furious. Boom. I'm talking to this girl who's next to me, and I see at the corner of my eye, one of the guys has stood up now and is leaning over to the other booth. And my friend, he's drunk, right? So he's on business right now. He's on business. So I run over there. I don't know. I think to myself now, why on earth did I run over there? Why did I think I was a hero? Anyways, I go and I'm like trying to diffuse the situation. Like I tell my friend, hey, let's go, because now it's heated. Now the guys are shouting, like they're swearing in Shona. They're threatening him, saying they're gonna beat him up, saying this and that. I'm telling my friend, I'm trying to tell my friend, let's go, bro. She's not all that. It's not worth it. Let's go. The guy's refusing. He's like,
nah. They want to play with me. They want to test who I am.
He's drunk. And I'm like, brother, like it's not like, let's go. For some reason, my friend insults them and threatens them back. I said, oh God. When I tell you these niggas started swinging, like this nigga swung and my friend hit him in the face. I think they hit him in the face. And then he swings, right? Because now niggas are just fighting like this. I was throwing some punches as well. I'm not going to lie. Like, but we're just fighting like this. This nigga hits me in the eye. Like, to be fair, I'm not going to lie. He hit me in the eye. And I went like, ah! When I tell you, my friends from Australia, my friends from Melbourne, they know who they are. They dragged me so fast out of that situation. It was like I was being, Like, you guys ever see those videos when the celebrities are in the clubs or whatever and they're being taken by their security guards out of the situation, out of the club with speed? My friends took me out of that situation they grabbed me and they ran with me and like they dragged me. They to be fair, they disrespected me. That was disrespect in front of the girls. In front of the girls. Oh, I was pulled like I weighed nothing.
Keep in mind, I did get a few hits in. I was like Aaron the plumber.
I actually crashed out. I genuinely crashed out. And I haven't ever been in a fight like that or an altercation like that. I crashed out, right? So I'm getting pulled back and I'm seeing this altercation still happen. I'm seeing people from old tables come and fight as well. I'm seeing security guards, these niggas are big as hell, come and drag my mate away, drag the older guys away, and all of them get kicked out of a door that I did not know anything about. I'm still dragging it. Like, I'm like, I milked it so bad. I milked it. Yes. If they want to offer me an acting deal, they should get me an acting because I milked it. I have people saying, Tattoo, you're right, Tattoo did it. I'm saying, him. He did it. Oh, yeah, and someone random punched him in the face for me. Because how can you hit tats of the people? Guys, it was crazy. Like, I got punched in the eye. I almost got knocked out. I was punched in the eye. My other friend was punched. There was a big fight. The guy later on, because he didn't get kicked out straight away, he had other people telling him, like, look who, like, he came up and apologized to me because he didn't mean to hit me. Obviously, he didn't mean to hit me. But he came up to me and apologized because I think people were telling him, like, who you just hit, you can't hit. Like, do you know who you just hit? Do you know who you just hit? And he's looking down at me. I'm still dragging it like this. But I gave him this, I like this. And then they kicked him out. Then someone punched him first, and then they kicked him out. And all my boys saying, yo, we're gonna mess him up. We're gonna fuck him up. We're gonna fuck him up, Tats. We're gonna fuck him up. I'm like, boys. You don't have to do that. Let's just get a free bottle, right? Which we did get a free bottle from the venue. We got 2 bottles of Hennessy for free. Honestly, my friends from Australia, that was the day, and I was like, yeah, these guys actually had my back for real. They had my back during the whole time that they were there, you know, in Zim, when I went out with them. But they had my back, you know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate that they didn't want me to even be associated with that situation. You know, they gave me a speech saying that I shouldn't be the one that should be fighting. It should be them instead of me. So yeah, that was a story time of how I got punched in Zimbabwe, how I almost got knocked out, by how your Tats was almost knocked out in the club. Crazy, right? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family. If you guys want more story times like this, let's smash 200 likes and I'll give you guys another story time, another juicy story time, because I know you guys love the story time. It's been your boy, Man Like Tats, and I'm out. Peace.